Alright. What does sick do to me? And where is Son in Exile? Can't remember who he is right now. I will rename the new guys, so I have Morex and Stromtaker on the list to add to guys. I will absolutely be doing that. But the thing is right now I don't want to do that to you guys with these shit guys that I'm going to get rid of. So I'm trying to save you for characters that I'll play a little bit longer. There it is. So what does sick do? Oh! Minus 25 of everything. Okay. God damn it, Son of Exile. Don't bring me this shit again. Alright, marketplace, we need these herbs. Did they go up in price again? Weren't they like 200 like 1 second ago? Yeah, they sure fucking did. Peat bricks went up and so did the herbs. Herbs were 100. Why did I just lose after completing a mission? Why did everything get 20% more expensive? Because that sucks. I took... Wow. Alright. Still need some herbs. Or medicinal supplies. I wish this were cheaper. Okay. Let's sell off some junk. Oh, I do have boar spears now. That's new though, we just picked those up. Another arming sword there. I think I need to stop hoarding kite shields. I don't want to use them, I don't think. Alright. It's too much food for one day. I should probably sell some of that. Kite shields are so good. They don't feel that good to me, man. The fatigue is crippling right now. Like a little bit down the road, maybe they could be better, but at the moment they don't feel very good. Alright, so we're having 20 of these. 7. How much do we need right now? 4 and 9. Okay. Alright, well, it's supposed to be a quick stop to get a little bit better, but... Oh, it's Sergeant is have one with the Rally the Troops perk? I forgot. I thought it was get one guy to 100. Speaking of, we have another level up. It is on Steinar, who's also new to the company. He wants accuracy, melee defense, and fatigue. Actually, he's gonna be okay, right? I mean, these are pretty good growing things. This guy's nameable. I think he's playable. We'll do it in order donated, so this will be more X. Alright. Alright. Guess I'm heading up to these new towns up here. Not entirely sure why. This is kind of too spread out, but... Alright, what do they have here? What do I see? If I mouse over, it just says relations neutral. Alright, it's a locked town. Tavern, weaponsmith, armorer. Marketplace. I will have to get food here. I'm about to be out. Ooh, tools are nice and cheap here. I should pick up some of these while I can. Oh, a falcon. I've never seen one of these.
You have returned.
Welcome back to Joel. Thanks for the resub. There'll be more content for my D&D campaign uploaded this weekend. There will. The only reason it has been sporadic is, as I mentioned in the campaigns itself, that we had scheduling conflicts. So I record that tonight. I finished recording it at 11 p.m. my time. It takes about an hour to encode the first video, and then I try to upload the first video as I go to bed and encode the other 3 as I go to bed, then wake up and upload the other 3. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So in other words, it will either be tomorrow or Monday will be when that content will be released next. So if you're enjoying that, cool, and hopefully that will be real soon. Alright, in the meantime, what are we doing with this shit? There's stuff in here I want, but I don't think I should splurge. I think I should just go after tools. Tools that are cheap are pretty good. Sell off some more shit shields. My pleasure, man. I love that content too. I'm really looking forward to it today. Alright, let's take a look at our guides. What are we using? We're using... Oh, we gotta switch back. This is the other thing with daggers. I gotta remember they're there. I don't think I should be using level 1 hatchets right now. Alright, speaking of... Where is... Oh, I took his... I took more, but I took his stats, but I didn't take his perk. Alright. And... I want to switch off the hatchets. I like the... By the way, I really like the axe, the two-handed axe for breaking shields. I think that means I can probably stop bringing one-handed axes. Boar spears are good for accuracy. So if we have low accuracy guys, like... Well, right now, Sun in Exile is super fucking low accuracy. But that's not always the case. I don't really like the status effect that swords employ. I don't think it's very good. So I think we're going to take the mace off auto. We're going to give him a spear so he can maybe fucking hit something once in his life. Same with Gundren bad stats. Give them both spears. And the flail over here is what? Which one is this? That's 25. So that's 70. That's 80. And this is 75. So it's very slight more damage off the flail. Slightly less fatigue loss. Same effectiveness against armor. I don't want to. Well, I mean, if I ignore armor, I don't know. Sort this again. I want weapons in particular. I do have another arming sword. 80% effective against armor. See, the flails are just better versus than the arming swords if I have good accuracy, I think. Except the guaranteed hit is so fucking nice when it actually goes. Here we have another hatchet. Why was I using 3 hatchets? Alright, we're switching over to swords for accuracy. They're a little bit less effective versus some of this stuff, but they are the tier 2. Oh, but hatchets are tier 2 version as well. But that's 65. That's only 30. You know, the average of 60, the half of 65 in damage, as opposed to half of 85. There's quite a big damage drop switching from hatchets. Although it's 110% effective versus armor, as opposed to 80% effective versus armor. I don't know what that means, really. What does that actually mean? So if I compare these stats here, this one, and this one, what are we actually looking at? 95% effective versus armor, 100% effective. So do I just take the damage on this and multiply by 0.8? Can you break a shield by hitting it? With axes you can. It's a special ability, yes. That's kind of annoying then. That means these numbers are really hard to use again. Well, that changes things. Let's do some more min-maxing on this if we can. Makes flails a lot better than I was giving them credit for, too. So this is 80, but it's actually effective. So probably flails should be pretty high on my priority list, especially when we're fighting armored humanoids anyways. Boar spears should be pretty high on my priority list as well, because that is actually has really low damage. That's 65, but 100% of it goes, or 95% of it goes there. Okay, what's that actual damage range then? Pull out calculator. That is 0.95 times, what did I say, 65? Oh, it's actually, and then times 0.5, right? So let's take a look at that again. Alright. 65 divided by 2, 32.5 times 0.95. Means the boar spears, I'm going to write these down so I don't have to do this 45 fucking times today. Boar spear looks like it's doing 30.8 average damage versus armored targets. With 25% of its damage ignores armor. I understand that swords have a 10% chance to hit. I'm just looking at pure damage right now. Flail is 25 and 55 is 80. Half of 80 is 40. 100% of 40 is 40. So a flail is doing 40.0 DPS versus a armored target. A arming sword, which I believe is a tier 3 variant of a sword, whereas flails I think are tier 2. But this is 40 plus 45. It's 85. Half of that is 42 and a half. 42 and a half times 0.8 is 34. Alright, 34 DPS versus an armored target. 2 seconds, guys. I just need to blow my nose. We're right back. See you in just a second. Alright, I'm back. No, it's not plus 20 and plus 10. It's plus 10 and plus 5, Billy. I believe. Anyways, at least I'm pretty sure. I'll double check when I equip it again. Alright, so that was those. That's all the tier 2 weapons we're looking at. I think that's pretty good right now. Oh, we have the Morning Star. We should look at that too. Okay, the Morning Star. And that does 100% effective versus armor. 30 and 45 is 75. Half of 75 is what, 37 and a half? So that's 37.5. So DPS by these weapons versus armor targets is flails, then Morning Stars, then boar spears, or excuse me, then arming swords, and then boar spears. There's a big accuracy boost on that, so. Okay. What are our accuracies? Yeah, this is hard to tell because he's sick. We'll give him a spear to begin with because reasons. He's also on the edge too. And how's his stamina? Well, normally it'd be better than this. I don't know how I feel about Sun and Exile being on this side or not. I wonder if there's right and wrongs on those decisions. In other words, is it always going to make me sick every time I let them do that? Or is it going to be a kind of like, some of the times they get real excited that they don't get sick and think they're blessed style stuff? Or what the fuck is the deal going to be? I like spears on the outskirts. I was not clear with that, Kex. What does that actually mean then? Oh, so it's not. So it's not what we just did then. All that... Okay, I mean, it's not all that math. It's full calculations. But so what you're telling me is, again, not understanding it. So, all right, let me read this again. Let's process that in a different light then. So what does this actually mean? So what you're telling me is this number then is... No, because if that were true, Kex, if what you were saying was true, this would always add up to 100, and it doesn't. This adds up to 130. So it's not like 80% of the damage goes to armor and 20% goes to health. This is saying that all of the damage of that number listed goes to armor, and some of it and 30% of it still goes to health. Are the percentages different? No, this one is just better all around. Yeah, I don't understand why they've done this quite like this, but I don't understand the design decision. Doesn't mean I can at least play with the effect. So. Yeah, but it's not 100% goes through and 30% goes to health. It's kind of almost like additional damage, right? You know, if you think of it that way, when it's above 100 like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's go back to stacking the flails, which are the highest damaging weapon on the highest accuracy guys. We'll go down from there. the mace was pretty good damage too. We'll give that to our next highest accuracy guy. The only thing I'm kind of tempted to do is throw the mace on the outskirts here, since a lot of times I'll kill the outskirts first and then move in. Is that true? That might not actually be true. You have more focus fire in the middle ranks. Alright, 55. It's a 57 on auto, but auto has no fucking stamina ever, so I'm not that excited about that. I think I'm going to put it on Mora. It's the Morning Star. Alright, and then we'll do accuracy to the guys on the outside. And spear thrust it is 20, Billy. You're correct. Wow, it's 20%. That's quite a lot. I thought it was 20. I thought it was 510. Is it really 20? Or is it 2010? Really? It's a pretty big fucking difference. No, it is 2010. Wow. Okay, I was wrong. Again, let's not make a habit of this. So really, I should be avoiding spears for their damage output. Okay. I don't think so, Krell. Like that, those numbers don't make sense to me. Let's say, okay, so you neglected to tell me the base damage of the weapon. But let's say, oh, you're saying it does, if it does 100 damage, with 30% armor pierce and 100% effectiveness in armor, then you get 30 damage to health and 70 to armor. That number makes no sense to me. Because what is 100? 100% of 100 is not 70. That's 70% of armor. So how does that differ? What you just said, the numbers you just said, how is that different than a weapon that does 100 damage and does 70% to armor and 30% to health? How is that different than 100% armor and 30% to health? I don't think there is a difference in the two scenarios from what you said. Anyways. We're in this town. Town is shit we don't want. We have to buy a little bit of food. I'll buy the cheapest food, and then let's head north. See what this next town is like. Reread what he said. He explained it correctly. If a weapon does 100 damage with 30% armor piercing and 100% effectiveness in armor, then you get 30 damage to health and 70 to armor. If it was 50% armor effectiveness, then it'd be 30 health and 35 armor. How the fuck would 50% armor effectiveness be 35 damage out of 100 to armor? Like, what? HP damage would be afflicted first, and the rest of the damage would be applied to armor. 50% of 70 is 35, and that's the remaining damage. I see. Oh, man. At some point I should think about that, I'm sure. Alright, what's over here? Take a look at this place. Weaponsmith, Tavern, Armorer. We are on quite the quest to find an archer. These are cheaper than the town I just bought this shit in. This stuff's cheap up here. But I'm running out of money funding things. Paying people. Alright. Not real good right now. Humble Village. We need to go to Humble Village before I run out of money. So, does that matter then? So, if I look at it that way then, we're doing 30% of the damage goes to armor, to health rather. So really we would like a higher percentage of health than if we could. It's still the same though, the weapons are still, that's 40% on the mace. So the mace is a little bit better than I gave it credit for then. Except it isn't, it's exactly as good as I gave it credit for. Alright. Some bigger hatchets would be really nice. Also have good armor removal. Okay. It's a mission. We're probably gonna have to take it. Okay, they're coming here. 960 crowns. All right. I should have saved before taking that, by the way. Trapper. I wonder if we get archers from that. Let's have a look. There's no one in here. It's a vagabond and a fucking wild man. What does a wild man do, by the way? Take a look. Wild man. Oh, he's actually pretty good. High hit points, fatigue, and resolve. Shit ton of fatigue. Minus range defense.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Thanks for the resub, Jory. I mean, this is pretty cheap wild, man. Negative range defense, yeah. I kind of need a 12th guy right now, though. Especially with fucking Son in Exile still sick. That's so bad for us, by the way. Cheap because he's naked? Well, I've got equipment. I'm not worried about that. Alright, let's take a look. What do we get? Oh, you have... that's something I didn't know. So wild men are just dumb. They just start as dumb. Great. He's irrational and he's dumb. Triple fatigue, triple melee. Holy crap. Those are pretty good stats, man. I think he can be good. I think we have a winner. I think we have Stormtaker. Okay. Alright, we need back rank DPS again. We have one more hooked blade. I'd like to use that. Who are we going to throw in the back? Accuracy is important. Let's just throw on some armor on this guy so we get some sense of this. I probably will run with a kite shield on him, since he has that negative quirk there. And his accuracy is at 56, which isn't terrible. Do I have another arming sword? Don't right now. I'm gonna give him that. Son in Exile is probably never gonna hit a fucking thing right now, so let's give him the spear at the moment. We need armor and helm. So what do we have over here? Oh, we're gonna be swapping back. So what I wanted to look at was actual defensive stats right now. 17, 24, okay. So he is low on the defense right now because he hasn't leveled. He needs to be in one of the center areas. Oh, we're looking for accuracy though. Hold on. 54, 38, 71. 54, 57, 67. Otto is pretty fucking bad as a tank right now. I need to get him out of the party, but I think I might pull him to the back line right now. Alright. Arming sword. Alright. Take the shield off for now. Get the helm up. Get the knife up. Like, it feels like this should be okay, but it's really not. Oh yeah, he's minus melee damage as well because he's tiny. His whole thing is he's got a bunch of melee defense. I need this guy to die. We're gonna work on getting him killed this fight because I need his spot. should probably do is give him a bow, and then he'll become everyone's favorite fucking target. Alright. And we need a fight. Or need a paycheck. And I need 12 guys. I mean, if I get another guy, I might end up having to dismiss him, but I'd prefer just to let him die. I mean, this is good. Maybe Sun can get unsick. And maybe our bald pet, or not bald pet, Artia's gonna heal up too. People just got paid. Still sick, 1 to 2 days. Still lightly wounded. Okay. Can get a camp. Okay. A few brigand thugs, a few brigand marksmen, and some brigand raiders. He was like 3. How are we doing? I really wish I wasn't sick going into this fight. I want to wait till night. This is killing me right now. And it might literally kill Sun in Exile. We have too many guys in the front line as compared to the back line. I didn't think it was going to be hard to find guys with good just attack ratings, and that was it. But we need to recruit a couple of those. Alright, nighttime. I guess we're going for it. And in we go. Alright. Going well, Moon Man. Going well.